either by using the raise your hand feature at the bottom of the Zoom screen and ask a question when I call on you, or you can type a question into the Q&A feature and I will read those questions and the appropriate presenter will respond. Now, I'd like to introduce Vern Hawkins, President of Syngenta Crop Protection, LLC. Vern?
Thank you, Paul. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. In early 2020, we announced that Syngenta had been engaged in a comprehensive assessment of our current North America Crop Protection Headquarters facility on South Swing Road here in Greensboro. This visual, if you can bring it up, shows our 70-acre campus, now with 17 structures. It was established in the mid-1960s and was later acquired by Syngenta legacy company Ciba Geigy, who many in this area will remember. Then Syngenta was formed in 2000, and this site remained one of our major workplaces in the U.S. Due to the age of the buildings and ongoing repairs and renovations required to maintain an optimal and safe working environment, we began to explore options for the future. These included renovating our current facilities or moving to a new location in the Greensboro area or elsewhere in North Carolina or in another state. We had intended to make and announce our decision in 2020. However, challenges posed by COVID-19 caused our delay. We have now completed our review and decided the best approach for our business, employees, and community is to redevelop a portion of our existing headquarters site on Swing Road in Greensboro. We plan to build an office building and connect that to our current laboratory facility on the north side of our campus, which we will completely renovate and modernize as part of this plan. Our new facilities will accommodate about 650 employees and 100 contractors. Our investment will be more than $68 million in real property improvements, new furniture and fixtures, and equipment. We are focused on a facility configuration that includes ways of working to keep people safe and healthy in the office, while also accounting for more flex working options for employees who can effectively work away from the office. The artist rendering on the slide here is an aerial view of the property showing what the new space could look like. Although we are in the initial design phase, so are the final structures, and they could change. To ensure improved workplace productivity, safety, and customer interaction, our new headquarters will include modern work and conference spaces, health, wellness, and fitness centers, a cafeteria, auditorium, coffee areas, and other amenities. In addition, we are including a customer experience center where we can showcase the work of our talented people, the innovative products and services we continually provide to our customers. We are now in the process of assessing our team's needs and developing the workplace design plans for the new building and renovations for our existing labs. Once that is completed, we will break ground for our construction. We estimate the entire project will take approximately 3 years to complete. The overall plan for our site is to divide our property into 2 parcels, the north and south section shown in this visual. We plan to redevelop the north section with our new facilities and are currently assessing possibilities for the south portion of the campus. We'll share more on that as decisions are made. We are grateful for the support of many community leaders and leaders in the Greensboro area. Syngenta has always tried to be a good corporate citizen through many employee volunteer and company sponsorship efforts, and we value this active partnership with our community. The Syngenta family in Greensboro has been part of the fabric in this community for many decades, and it is our goal to remain so for many decades to come. Thank you for your support.
And now I'd like to introduce Chief of Staff of the North Carolina Department of Commerce, Marquetta Welton.
Thank you, Paul, for that wonderful introduction and overview of your project. I am Marquetta Welton, Chief of Staff to Secretary. Apologies, I forgot to start my video. Good afternoon. Thank you again for that introduction. We are not able to meet in person. It gives me great pleasure to bring you greetings and congratulations on behalf of Secretary Michelle Sanders, the Department of Commerce, and to thank you on behalf of our Governor Roy Cooper. This is a great day for Greensboro and the Triad and the entire state because we're celebrating the continued investment of a global company. The quarter of Syngenta's U.S. employees in North Carolina, more than 1,000, has been an important part of North Carolina's business community, as more than half of those employees are at the U.S. headquarters in Greensboro. Vern, when you could have chosen to operate anywhere in the world, it gives us great confidence to know that Syngenta continues to choose North Carolina as you embark upon a $68 million investment in Greensboro. For decades, Syngenta's science-based agribusiness has helped farmers all over the world grow safe and nutritious food and its advanced crop protection solutions. We know the importance of agriculture because North Carolina's economy is rooted in agriculture. Agribusiness and agriculture continue to contribute more than $92 billion to our state's economy, and that's with the help of innovative companies like Syngenta. Though the pandemic has affected how many industries operate, we're grateful for farmers, biotech companies, and manufacturers like Syngenta that have helped keep our economy going. Syngenta's growth plans are exciting for the entire state as it demonstrates the success that global companies have in North Carolina. We know North Carolina is a great place to do business because of our infrastructure, location, and our incredible workforce. In Guilford County, Syngenta has been a strong community partner and has great visibility along I-40, close proximity to major commercial airports and seaports for international shipping, and most importantly, home to a skilled workforce. With more innovation and an adaptable workforce in place, we can offer more exciting opportunities for North Carolinians to have a stellar quality of life with better health and more money in their pockets, a promise Governor Cooper has made to make North Carolina work for everyone. Secretary Sanders and I and the entire Commerce Agency are committed to helping Governor Cooper keep that promise by developing a globally competitive workforce that will attract better paying jobs and help stimulate our innovation economy. In closing, I want to thank you and the leaders of Syngenta for their continued investment in North Carolina and the city of Greensboro. Today's announcement is important to the community and the region as we work together to improve the lives of all North Carolinians. We are proud to partner with Syngenta and we appreciate what your company and employees will continue to build here. Again, I wish you continued success and congratulations. Thank you.
And thank you very much, Chief of Staff Welton. Now, I'd like to introduce Chairman of the Guilford County Board of Commissioners, Skip Alston.
Thank you, Paul. And let me say on behalf of Guilford County government and all the citizens here in Guilford County, we are grateful that Syngenta has chosen to stay in Guilford County with its crop protection headquarters. We know that the company had many options to evaluate, and we are especially pleased that it led to Greensboro and Guilford County coming out on top. We know that this community's workforce, our infrastructure, and our outstanding quality of life are strong reasons that companies like Syngenta continue to call Guilford County home. I look forward to seeing a beautiful new office and research campus rise up on Swing Road as soon as possible. And again, thank you for continuing to call Guilford County home, and we really appreciate you making the decision to stay home. Thank you, and continue the good work that you've been doing.
And thank you very much, sir. Now I'd like to introduce the Mayor of Greensboro, Nancy Vaughn.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Paul. For as long as I can remember, the Syngenta facility, once Sivagagi, has stood at one of the main entrances to Greensboro, a showplace of our community's agricultural science and technology abilities. Simply put, the company and its employees are an essential part of our fabric that makes this community so special. My fellow city council members and I place the highest priority on making sure that these jobs remained here. And we are thrilled that Syngenta has decided to build its new state-of-the-art office and research facility in Greensboro. I want to thank Syngenta for giving us the opportunity to continue to work together. We appreciate the impact that your employees have on the city of Greensboro.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Appreciate those remarks. And now I'd like to introduce Brent Christensen, who is the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Greensboro Chamber of Commerce.
Paul, thank you. And we really appreciate this day coming. It has been a long time coming. I know that Vern mentioned a date in 2020 when the intentions were first announced. I remember a date in 2019, June 12th, 2019, Wednesday, when I went to Raleigh to meet with company officials from Syngenta to discuss this project, and the fact that it had multiple options around the world, across the country and around the world for this particular project. We knew it then as Project Red, and knowing the importance of a project like this for our community, the first thing that was done almost on the way back, in the car ride back on the phone, was assemble a team to address the needs of the company and make sure they knew how much we wanted them to stay in our community. You know, economic development, and I know a number of folks have heard me say this before, it really is a team sport. And so we had to build that team. At the state of North Carolina, I mentioned we had the Economic Development Partnership of North Carolina, and certainly we had the Department of Commerce on our team. We had North Carolina Bio, NC Bio. We had the Piedmont Triad Partnership. We had the Guilford County Economic Development Alliance. We had Guilford County. We had the city of Greensboro. And then of course we had our team at the Greensboro Chamber of Commerce, a really strong team putting together proposals to make sure that Syngenta would stay in our community. Ultimately, both the city and the county debated and offered incentives. That was in January of 2020. As Vern said, we were going, we were ready. We could see the end line in January of 2020. And then, as we all know, our whole world changed shortly thereafter. We knew this project just went on pause. It didn't go on stop. It went on pause. And so that's why it's so wonderful today to see the company choose Greensboro, choose North Carolina, choose Guilford County, and take the pause button off. And hopefully, Vern, not just hit play, hit fast forward as we go forward. So we will continue to see 650 direct jobs, 750 jobs with contractors. Those 650 jobs pay an average wage of above $100,000 in our community, and a $68 million investment. So what a great day to celebrate, Syngenta staying and really preparing for the next phase. And I will say, and I know we're not supposed to be greedy on days like today, but boy, when you start to see that South Campus, Vern, we're looking for expansion possibilities down the way. And so we'd love to see that. We can't wait to see that office building grow to the north, but certainly are starting to think about the possibilities on the south property as well, and perhaps an expansion or some new jobs there as well. But for now, thank you. These jobs are certainly a bedrock in our community, certainly something that we wanted to make sure stayed here for the long term. And I'm glad that we're able to celebrate that today. Thank you so much.
And great, thank you very much, Brent, for those kind words also. So now we will have opportunity for the news media who have joined us today to ask questions of the principals. And again, if you would like to do that, please use the raise your hand feature and I'll call on you. Otherwise, please feel free to type in a question in the Q&A feature, and I'll read those questions and the appropriate presenter can respond to those. So let me see, now we have a question coming in through the Q&A feature here, and that's from Andy Warfield. Does the company anticipate any job growth now that the location decision has been announced? Vern, I think that's goes to you.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks for the question. We don't plan any job implications as a result of the announcement, which certainly was the first important communication to our employees. We certainly have ambitions to grow our company. And by the time we complete the site, 3 years, we certainly will have some opportunities for growth. We don't have a projection on that right now. The agricultural market is taking a turn upward, which is helpful for us. And we hope we can grab an upward cycle because we've been in a tough cycle for a while. So more to come on that, but looking to grow our position from here for sure.
Great. We have a couple of questions from Richard Barron at the Greensboro News and Record. First question is, what other sites did you consider in this search? Vern, do you want to address
Sure.
that?
Well, we certainly looked at a number of sites in Guilford County. We did look at sites near other locations that we have, RTP being one of those. We have a site outside of Chicago, and we did look at a few new areas. I'm not sure I'm authorized to disclose those, but we did make a good comparison across those geographies, and for a lot of reasons, including the excitement of our employees and the service and support and our connection to Greensboro, that came out on top. And of course, our leaders that are with us today were an important part as well, supporting us with the investments they made in our company over the next 10 years. So thank you for that.
All right, then Mr. Barron's final question it took more than a year for you to make this announcement. Did the pandemic slow your decision-making process?
It certainly did. A project like this requires a lot of partners because we were looking at so many different types of arrangements, and many people were impacted financially by this. We certainly had a very significant change in attitude related to worker engagement on a site. And so we had to process all of those elements. And that's what led us to this decision, is bringing those inputs in with the financial assessment as well, which drove us confirming what we're announcing today. So we're very pleased to be able to do so.
All right, and it looks like that is the end of the questions. There's no more questions. So with that, let me give it one more moment. Anybody have a question? If not, we will end this and move on. And I don't see any other questions coming in. So with that, we will end this. And we would like to thank Ms. Welton, Chairman Alston, Mayor Vaughn, and Mr. Christensen, as well as the journalists who joined us today and many guests who joined us, especially from the Chamber. And a reminder that we will now email a link to those journalists who received our media alert this morning. And for all of us and Vern Hawkins at Syngenta, we thank you for joining us this afternoon, and have a good rest of the day.